this video, I want to share a short reflection about my journey in learning English during this semester. During this semester, when I truly look back at my journey of learning English, the first feeling that comes to my mind is that my performance is quite good. Not because I achieved something big, but because every week I felt small progress, and those small improvements are what keep me motivated to keep trying and becoming better. I describe my performance as good, not very good, because honestly my English ability in the past was much better than is it now. I used to use English in my daily life and my learning environment was very supportive. However, when I stopped using English regularly in conversation, I slowly forgot many vocabularies. As a result, my confidence decreased because I became afraid of making mistakes. Simple mistakes may seem small, but they have a big impact on me now. Talking about fear, the most challenging moment for me during this course was when I had to speak directly with other people. I always felt anxious when expressing myself. Another challenge came from assignment with deadlines that often overlap with other tasks. This situation made it hard for me to work optimally, and sometimes I felt uncomfortable and lost motivation. However, behind those challenges, there is something I truly enjoy in my learning process. I realized that my way of learning is different from most people. Many people start with grammar, but I prefer focusing on conversation. I experience this learning process mostly through watching movies. From movies, I evaluate my ability to understand English. Sometimes I hear pronunciation or vocabulary that are not familiar, especially from British accent, and I cannot understand them immediately. Instead of feeling discouraged, this actually makes me curious. I also find some slang words that make me want to learn more, even though they are not a main priority in learning. One example is the word blimey, which appears in the movie Harry Potter.
Blimey, Harry, didn't you ever wonder where your mum and dad learned it all?
Blimey, is that the time? Blimey, Harry's got himself a rogue bludger.
Harry, blimey, forgot what you look like.
I learned that is it an expression of surprise, similar to saying wow. After realizing that, I feel that small things like this become additional knowledge that I gain without realizing it. Learning through movies is a slow process, but I truly enjoy it during my free time. Among all these experiences, there is one moment that makes me feel proud. I realized that my English ability is likely better compared to some of my friends. However, this pride also comes with sadness. I still feel that my ability is not enough, and I really want to improve it further. Unfortunately, limited time and a different environment make it difficult. When I was a child, I actually learned English gradually without realizing it. At that time, I felt I was normal and nothing special. I understood many vocabularies even though my pronunciation was still messy.
Kalau bahasa Inggris ya salah. Jadinya kita bisa kebaca. How is he? Kata dia.
Now, my pronunciation is better. For example, when saying, how is it? But my ability to understand meaning is not as good as before. In the past, I could quickly understand English conversation, but now that ability has decreased. As I grow older and look back at that time, I feel regret. The small things that I once considered ordinary turn out to be very important for me now. At the same time, it makes me proud of my younger self and becomes my motivation to relearn what I have forgotten. If I reflect on this course throughout the semester, I have learned many things, not only speaking but also listening and doing many exercises that focus a lot on grammar. From these, I realized that I need to spend more time practicing exercise because they are very important for the soul and other exam. This part of learning feels the most significant to me since other assignments mostly focus on speaking, such as storytelling. However, there are still problems that I face. Assignments often come at the same times as other tasks, which makes it hard for me to deeply understand the material. The limited time for discussion and practice also affect my understanding. Personally, I prefer learning grammar with guidance. When I study alone, I sometimes feel lazy and become less productive. In the future, I want to improve my conversation skills and deepen my understanding of grammar. Based on what I have learned and my performance so far, I believe I deserve a score of 90 or slightly above. I am aware of my weaknesses. For me, learning English is not only about pronunciation, but also about understanding meaning, doing exercise, and developing many aspects of the language. All of these are still part of my learning process. That is why I do not consider myself perfect. I want to study harder and start again from the basic. My desire to keep improving is the reason why I believe I deserve that score. I hope this result will motivate me to keep learning step by step in the future. Okay, thank you for taking the time to listen. I'm sorry if I made any mistake because I'm still remembering some words I used to know. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.